Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Panini Stars and Stripes of Baseball to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us at the seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks. And let you know we go live at eBay Live. Also, mention no purchase necessary. You can link down in the description. Almost perfect. Not too bad. Alright. Box number one. Good luck, everybody. Knox Myers, 37/50. Gavin Fiend. RJ Austin Jr. Out of 199, Ben Jacobs. Nate Snead. Ethan Armbruster. Junior Lopez out of 199. And Trey Newman. Tegan Scott, gold, 410. Gavin Gravok, Nolan Schubert, Ben Abilette, Matthew Matias out of 199, CJ Weinstein, Luis Rodriguez, and Pablo Torres. Brody Mamilla, 46/50. Luke Stevenson out of 199. Zon Rose out of 199. Ben Jacobs out of 199. Jordan Martin, Chase Cotton, Jack Woda, and Meridian LeFew. 1 of 1. Nike swoosh. That's nice. Grady Emerson, 10/10. Joey Volchko out of 199. Anthony Murphy out of 199. Dominic Vogel, Jackson Matthews out of 199. Drew Carrion, Josh Owens out of 199, and Austin Weiss, 5/25. Tristan Gaines, 23/50. Joey Volchko out of 199. RJ Austin Jr. out of 199. Austin Weiss. Luis Hernandez. CJ Weinstein. Kyle Walker out of 199. And Pablo Torres, 2/25. Peyton Oshisaki, 13/30. Justin LeBron out of 199. Slitty DeBruyne out of 199. Danny Dickinson. Josh Hammond out of 199. Cooper Consiglio. Kyler McCage. And Wilson Anderson, 6/10. Kaboom! Jace Laviolette. Nice. Justin LeBron out of 199. Trent Grindlinger, 5/25. Austin Weiss. Jordan Martin. Chase Cotton. Luke Esquivel. And Pablo Torres. Will Brick, gold, 2/10. Grady Emerson. Connor Griffin. Tyson with a spoon. 6 of 50. Andrew Jimenez out of 199. Brendan Siever. Giovanni Goriglia. And Judson Dow. 2 of 8. One of 1. Daniel Savette. Nice. 2 1-1s, 1 break. We'll take that. Eli Willits. Tyler Spangler. Brady Murrieta. Julian Cazares. CJ Weinstein. Kyle Walker. And Patrick Forbes. 6 of 25. Sammy Swank, 50 of 50. Dvorsky Lane Jr. Brody Mamillo. Blake Bowen. Julian Cazares. Daryl Carrion. Joshua Giannicelli. And Nico Partita. 10 of 25. Box number 11. Jackson Matthews, 39 of 50. Kevin Roberts Jr. Tyler Spangler out of 199. Brooks Bryan. John Stowers. Gavin Marcus. Luke Armijo. And Sammy Swank. 8 of 10. Meridian LeFew, 42 of 50. Daniel Savette out of 199. Dylan Schubert out of 199. Jordan Martin, 24 of 25. Julian Cazares. Dexter McClellan Jr. Luis Rodriguez out of 199. And Pablo Torres out of 199. Manuel Antigua, 8 of 50. Grady Emerson. Gio Rojas out of 199. Matt Scott, 6 of 50. Andrew Getty. Brandon Lorenzo. Hogan Nelson. And Colin Anderson, 6 of 19. Josh Owens, 13 of 13. Grady Emerson out of 199. Gio Rojas, Kyle Johnson. Aiden Stillman. Brandon Lorenzo. Hogan Nelson. And Tyler Bremner. 38 of 53. Jumbo patch. Ty Gloss, 25 of 50. Dean Curley. Trent Grindlinger. Dylan Menete, out of 199. Jamal George. Chase Cotton. Jeremiah Hall. And Anthony Martinez. Luke Stevenson, 8 of 10. Joey Volchko, Trent Grindlinger. Braden Harris, John Stowers out of 199. Brett Renfro out of 199. Josh Owens, and Noah Spalding, 8 of 10. Ethan Wheeler, 35 of 50. Eli Willits out of 199. Nice. Nolan Schubert out of 199. Austin Weiss, Tucker Long, Dexter McClellan Jr., Jacob Carball, and Anthony Martinez. Liam Peterson, 24-30. Joey Volchko out of 199. Quinn Young, Brooks Bryan, Nelson Colegio. Got you a Nelson finally. Cooper Casiglio, Manuel Antigua, and Nixon Warren. Box number 19. Noah Spalding, 47 of 50. Tyler Bremner, out of 199. Quinn Young, Coleman Borthwick, out of 199. Jackson Matthews, Cooper Collins, Kyler McCage out of 199, and Nixon Warren, 425. And finally, box number 20. Good luck, everybody. Josh Owens, 36 of 50. AJ Gracia, out of 199. Charlie Condon, Liam Peterson, Aiden Stillman, Anthony Frausto, Giovanni Gariglia, and Nike Swoosh Jumbo Patch, Eric Becker to close us out. 3 of 12. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break. As always, spending a little bit of your Thursday morning here with us. Hope we can start your day out right. Go ahead and get a hit recap going here in just a few. Then we are on to 2025 Leaf Pro Set Metal Football Super in a few minutes. We've also got Leaf Metal Pop Century and 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes coming up afterwards. We should have more of this up and running, so look forward to having y'all back in. And we have 2025 Leaf Metal Baseball coming out. Actually, tomorrow is the release day. Look at the checklist, and it's fairly stacked, as is most of the metal draft. All right. These big old stacks over here. For the hits, Knox Myers, Gavin Fiend, RJ Austin Jr., Ben Jacobs, Nate Snead, Ethan Armbruster, Junior Lopez, Trey Newman, Tegan Scott, Gavin Gravak, Nolan Schubert, Ben Abilette, Matthew Mattias, CJ Weinstein, Luis Rodriguez, Pablo Torres, Brody Vamilla, Luke Stevenson, Zion Rose, Ben Jacobs, Jordan Martin, Chase Cotton, Jack Woda, and Iridian LeFew. 1 of 1. Grady Emerson, Joey Volchko, Anthony Murphy, Dominic Vogel, Jackson Matthews, Drew O'Carrion, Josh Owens, Austin Weiss, Tristan Gaines, Joey Volchko, RJ Austin Jr., Austin Weiss, Luis Hernandez, CJ Weinstein, Kyle Walker, Paulo Torres, Peyton Ochisaki, Justin LeBron, Seth DeBrun, Danny Dickinson, Josh Hammond, Cooper Casiglio, Kyler McCage, Wilson Anderson. Kaboom for Jace Laviolette. Justin LeBron, Shrink Grindlinger, Austin Weiss, Jordan Martin, Chase Cotton, Luke Esquivel, Pablo Torres, Will Brick, Grady Emerson, Connor Griffin, Kyson Witherspoon, Andrew Jimenez, and Brendan Siebert. Giovanni Gariglia, Hudson Down, Daniel Savette, 1 of 1. Eli Willits, Tyler Spangler, Brady Marietta, Julian Cazares, CJ Weinstein, Kyle Walker, Patrick Forbes, Sammy Swink, Jaworski Lane Jr., Brody Bamilla, Blake Bowen, Julian Cazares, Daryl Carrion, Joshua Giannicelli, Nico Partita, Jackson Matthews, Kevin Roberts Jr., Tyler Spangler, Brooks Bryan, John Stowers, Gavin Marcus, Luke Armijo, Sammy Swink, Meridian Lefew, Daniel Savette, Nolan Schubert, Jordan Martin, Julian Cazares, Dexter McClellan Jr., Luis Rodriguez, Pablo Torres, Manny Lantigua, Grady Emerson, Gio Rojas, Matt Scott, Andrew Getty, Brendan Lorenzo, Hogan Nelson, Colin Anderson, Josh Owens, Grady Emerson, Gio Rojas, Kyle Johnson, Aiden Stillman, Brendan Lorenzo, Hogan Nelson, Tyler Bremner, and Ty Gloss. Dean Curley, Trent Grindlinger, Dylan Menetzi, Jamal George, Chase Cotton, Jeremiah Hall, Anthony Martinez, Luke Stevenson, Joey Volchko, Trent Grindlinger, Braden Harris, John Stowers, Brett Renfro, Josh Owens, Noah Spalding, Eli Willits, Nolan Schubert, Austin Weiss, Tucker Long, Dexter McClellan Jr., Jacob Carbaugh, Anthony Martinez, Ethan Wheeler, Joey Volchko, Quinn Young, Brooks Bryan, Nelson Colegio, Cooper Consiglio, Manny Lantigua, Nixon Warren, Liam Peterson, Eric Becker, Giovanni Gariglia, Anthony Frausto, Aiden Stillman, Liam Peterson, Charlie Condon, AJ Gracia, Nixon Warren, Kyler McCage, Cooper Collins, Jackson Matthews, Coleman Borthwick, Quinn Young, Tyler Bremner, Josh Owens, and Noah Spalding. All right, that is it for baseball for today. Thank you guys again for being here. Gonna go ahead and get 2025 Leaf Pro Set Metal Football set up and good to go. We'll be back with that in a few minutes. Get you guys back here shortly. All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Pro Set Metal Super that we're going to be getting into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and eBay Live. Also need to mention no purchase necessary. You can link that in the description. Alright. That's like completely out. Wow. What an inscription that is. Hold up. Box number 1. Jaden O'Neal. Quite the artist he is. 81 of 100. Andrew Marsh. 81 of 100. And DJ Lagway. 1 of 100. Deuce Knight, 1 of 1. Robert Lewis, 8 of 15. Antoine Hill Jr., 9 of 15. Andrew Marsh, 15 of 15. KC Conception, 12 of 15. TJ Finley, 1 of 1. Amar Johnson, 5 of 10. Riley Leonard, 1 of 1. Jerome Miles, 1 of 5. And DJ Lagway, that is so clean on the black background, 5 of 10. Boom. Fellow missing persons claim. I think you gotta wait until the body's cold to do that. And see what we got this break, and then we'll start checking in with the authorities. Diego Pavia, 134 out of 1,000. And DJ Lagway, 53 of 100. Amari Miller, 1 of 1. Caleb Jackson, 6 of 20. Ethan Hampton, 3 of 10. Dylan Risk, 10 of 10. Jalen Henderson, 15 of 25. Le'Veon Moss, 3 of 3. Jamarian Miller, 6 of 9. George McIntyre, 1 of 1. Jerome Miles, 1 of 25. And Jeremiah Love, 1 of 1. Boom. Jordan Davison, Ducks will rise, 80 of 100. And Bryce Underwood, 99 out of 100. Ty Simpson, 1 of 1. Mario Anderson Jr., 6 of 25. TJ Lateef, 8 of 25. Dean Connors, 3 of 15. Malik Murphy, 1 of 10. George McIntyre, 1 of 15. Micah Hudson, 7 of 10. Urian Dickey, 1 of 1. Darian Mensah, 9 of 10. And Gunnar Stockton, 3 of 3. Neiman Lawrence, without God there is nothing. 40 of 100. Any means possible? Jaden O'Neal? I don't think that's the saying. 94 of 100. And Faison Brandon. Hard work pays off. 90 out of 100. So that H kind of looks like a K. So card works. Payoff. Le'Veon Moss, 1 of 1. Braden Fowler-Nicolosi, 8 of 20. Caleb Johnson, 21 of 25. Josh Hoover, 1 of 9. Malik Benson, 6 of 10. Jonathan Brooks, 1 of 15. Giovanni McCoy, 12 of 20. Bryce Kane, 1 of 1. Austin Simmons, 3 of 20. And Diego Pavia, ready, set, go, die cut, 1 of 10. Box for 5. Leaf the GOAT. Neiman Lawrence. 100% agree. 100 of 100. And Faison Brandon. Dream big. 33 of 100. Rahib Rocket Ismail, 1 of 1. Ricky Collins, 1 of 3. Zion Chris, 2 of 15. Phil Maffa, 4 of 5. Lawrence Arnold, 5 of 8. 5 of 8. Jake Brenningstool. Jackson Arnold, 5 of 25. Trek Kahuna, 1 of 1. Diego Pavio, 1 of 9. And lit die cut Brian Bosworth, 1 of 1. Boom for the Boz. Or boomer for the Boz. Diego Pavia, 713 out of 1,000. And Bryce Underwood, 86 of 100. Art Monk, 1 of 1. Otis Anderson, 3 of 9. Ryder Lyons, 5 of 10. Shrek Kahuna, 1 of 1. Dilo Farouk, 19 of 20. Jeray Tank Hawkins, 14 of 25. Alvin Bethea, 3 of 3. Nicholas Singleton, 1 of 1. Demond Williams Jr., 8 of 20. And Cam Ward, 3 of 3. Diego Pavia, 590 out of 1,000. Jordan Davison, 75 of 100, built by the game. And Mindset is everything. Jaden O'Neal, 61 out of 100. DJ Lagway, 1 of 1. Victor Osa, 24 of 25. Jack Endries, 1 of 3. Daquan Felton, 9 of 20. Rara Thomas, 8 of 10. Eugene Wilson, 5 of 25. Caden Durham, 10 of 10. Alan McCaskill, 1 of 1. Jaden Bow, he has been found, 2 of 3. And Elijah Haven, 1 of 7. They need to call on the authorities. We got it handled. Oh, that's new. Let's see if this box is special, besides having 3 of them. Leaf the Goat, Neiman Lawrence, 56 out of 100. Andrew Marsh, 38 of 100. And Faison Brandon, 50 out of 100. All glory to God. Mario Anderson Jr., 1 of 1. Joe Montana, 5 of 10. Juju Lewis, 1 of 3. Antoine Williams Jr., 4 of 10. Xavier Restrepo, 15 of 20. Noah Fafita, 9 of 10 portrait. Thomas Castellanos, 3 of 10. Nick Marsh, 1 of 1. Ryan Wingo, 6 of 10. And Faison Brandon, 1 of 1. Boom. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break. As always, go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick. Coming up in a few minutes, we have 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century. So if you're in that, stick around, stay tuned, and we'll be back with it in a few. For the hits, Deuce Knight, Robert Lewis, Antoine Hill Jr., Andrew Marsh, KC Conception, TJ Finley, Amar Johnson, Riley Leonard, Jerome Miles, DJ Lagway, Amari Miller, Caleb Jackson, Ethan Hampton, Dylan Risk, Jalen Henderson, Le'Veon Moss, Jamarian Miller, George McIntyre, Jerome Miles, Jeremiah Love, 1 of 1, Ty Simpson, Mario Anderson, TJ Lateef, Dean Connors, Malik Murphy, G Mac, Micah Hudson, Urian Dickey, Darian Mensa, Gunnar Stockton, Le'Veon Moss, Brandon Nicolosi, Caleb Johnson, Josh Hoover, Malik Benson, Jonathan Brooks, Giovanni McCoy, Bryce Kane, Austin Simmons, Diego Pavia, Rahib Rocket Ismail, Ricky Collins, Zion Chris, Phil Maffa, Lawrence Arnold, Jake Brenningstool, Jackson Arnold, Shrek Kekahona, Diego Pavia. The Boz, 1 of 1. Art Monk, Otis Anderson, Ryder Lyons, Shrek Kekahona, Jalil Farouk, Dre Tank Hawkins, Alvin Bethea, Nicholas Singleton, Demond Williams Jr., Cam Ward, DJ Lagway, Victor Rosa, Jack Endries, Daquan Felton, Ra Thomas, Eugene Wilson, Caden Durham, Alan McCaskill, Jaden Bell, Elijah Haven, Mario Anderson Jr., Joe Montana, Juju Lewis, Antoine Wells Jr., Xavier Restrepo, Noah Fafita, Thomas Castellanos, Nick Marsh, Ryan Wingo, and Faison Brandon. And for the odd cards, Jaden O'Neal, Andrew Marsh, DJ Lagway, Diego Pavia, DJ Lagway, Jordan Davison, Bryce Underwood, Neiman Lawrence, Jaden O'Neal, Faison Brandon, Neiman Lawrence, Faison Brandon, Diego Pavia, Bryce Underwood, Diego Pavia, Jordan Davison, Jaden O'Neal, Neiman Lawrence, Andrew Marsh, Faison Brandon. Alright, that is it for football for today. Thank you guys again. Spending a little bit of your Thursday morning with us. Hopefully we made it a good one. Look forward to having you back in here sometime soon. We do have more super boxes. We also have jumbos for Leaf Metal up and running. Eventually we'll get back to good old hobby, but had a couple of these laying around. Think it is a good idea to knock them out real quick. Alright. We're on to 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century in a few minutes. Going to get that set up and good to go. We'll be back with it shortly. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks on B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live on eBay Live. There we go. Also, you mentioned no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Box number one. Good luck, everybody. Cheech and Chong, press proof. That'll be going to random.org at the end of the break, as well this one. Press proof for Paul Rudd and Andrew Garfield. Gata, 4-5. Kathy Coleman, 4-4. Tom Arnold, 5-6. And Sarah Michelle Gellar, 118 out of 500. Linda Blair, that's nice, and Natalie Portman. Dave East, 7-10. Laura Flynn Boyle, 1-3. Dale Bazeo, 1-1. And Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Val Kilmer, 1-of-1 triple auto. Boom. That will also be headed to random.org at the end of the break, so stay tuned if you have any of those three guys. Curtis Armstrong and Jillian Anderson. Charlotte Ross, 2-2. Kathy Moriarty, 6-5. Nick Carter, 7-5, or 1-5, excuse me. And Helen Hunt and John Pankow, dual auto, 1-of-1. Box number 4. Tony Orlando and Al Pacino, printing plate. Dougie Doug, 5-7. Johnny Whitaker, 2-4. Mystery Redemption for the Mystery Redemption spot. And Alec Baldwin on card, 7-30. Charlie Sheen and Kevin Bacon. Lindsay Wagner, 8-15. Catherine Bach, 1-8. Engelbert Humperdinck, 2-5. And Benedict Cumberbatch, 1-of-1. Nikki Smiggs, and Selma Blair. Kira Kasarin, 2/25. Barbara Eden, 12/15. Bella Ramsey, 5/10. And Susan Sarandon, 8/10. Andrew Garfield, and Dylan McDermott. Bernadette Stannis, 3/4. Selma Blair, 5/5. Chuck Norris, 1/1. And Christina Applegate, 1/1. Nick Castle and Tony Orlando. Eric Stoltz, 2/2. Chrissy Swanson, 1/1. Chuck Norris, 1/1. And Danny Glover, 2/2. Ralph Carter, and triple press proof John Schneider, Catherine Bach, and Tom Volpat. Corey Taylor, 7/10. Tony Orlando, 5/7. Curtis Armstrong, 2/10. And Brie Larson, 1/1. And final box of the break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. After this, we'll do a hit recap and then take care of our randoms. Roger L. Jackson, and Curtis Armstrong. Chevy Chase, 1/1. Chuck Woody Owuji, 5/10. John O'Hurley, 2/3. And Michael Douglas on card inscribed, 66/100. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here, being part of the break on a Thursday morning. Do appreciate it. Look forward to having you all back in here sometime soon for some more pop. If you're looking for 2025 Leaf Sports Heroes Multisport, that'll be coming up at the top of the hour. For the hits, Deviante Gata-Ganter, Dave East, Dale Bazeo, Curtis Armstrong, Jillian Anderson, Charlotte Scott, Kathy Moriarty, Al Pacino, Dougie Doug, Mystery Redemption for the Mystery Redemption spot, Alec Baldwin, Charlie Sheen, Catherine Bach, Engelbert Humperdinck, Benedict Cumberbatch, Barbara Eden, Bella Ramsey, Andrew Garfield, Dylan McDermott, Bernadette Stannis, Chuck Norris, Christina Applegate, Eric Stoltz, Chuck Norris, Danny Glover, Corey Taylor, Curtis Armstrong, Brie Larson, Curtis Armstrong, Chevy Chase, and Chuck Woody Owuji. Kathy Coleman, Linda Blair, Natalie Portman, Laura Flamboyle, Nick Carter, excuse me, Johnny Whitaker, Kevin Bacon, Lindsay Wagner, Nikki Smiggs, Kira Kasarin, Nick Castle, this time, Chrissy Swanson, John O'Hurley, and Michael Douglas. Tom Arnold, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Tony Orlando, Selma Blair, Susan Sarandon, Selma Blair, Tony Orlando, Ralph Carter, Tony Orlando, and Roger L. Jackson. And for everything going to random.org, we've got a couple of them. Press proofs, dual press proof of Cheech and Chong, Paul Rudd and Andrew Garfield, and triple press proof of John Schneider, Catherine Bach, and Tom Wopat. Dual auto 1 of 1 of Helen Hunt and John Pankow, and triple auto 1 of 1, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Val Kilmer. All right. That is it for Pop, everybody. Thank you guys again. Gonna head to random.org real quick, and we'll knock these 5 out. And we'll be on to 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes Multisport. To random.org we go. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Got to be through high to be valid for us. We're going to go 6 times on every single random, starting off with the press proof, starting Cheech and Chong, dual press proof. That is 5 times. Final roll. Tommy Chong coming out on top. Next up, Paul Rudd and Andrew Garfield. Final roll. Andrew Garfield coming out on top. Triple press proof, John Schneider, Catherine Bach, and Tom Wopat. That is 5 times on a rope. John Schneider coming on top. Congratulations. Next up is the 1 of 1 dual auto of Helen Hunt and John Pankow. That is 5 times on a rope. Helen Hunt taking it home. Congratulations. And finally, triple auto, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Val Kilmer. That is 5 times. Final roll. Robert De Niro taking it home. Congratulations on that. All right, that is it for Pop. We'll be back here in a few minutes with 2025 Leaf Sports Heroes. I couldn't think of the name of it. I always want to say Heroes of Sport. It's not Heroes of Sport. Every single time. Sports Heroes, multisport, top of the hour. Back soon. All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes multisport to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live on eBay Live. Also, you mentioned no purchase necessary. Link down in the description. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Alyssa Peely, 4-6. Joe Montana, 26 of 36, or 35. Carlos Alcaraz, 17 of 20. Nice. Box number 2. Lynn Dickey, 14 of 15. Roger Clemens, 5 of 5. Antonio Brown. Game time at same time, no playing time. 80 of 100. Okay. That is most definitely an inscription. Hines Ward, 2 of 5. Johnny Football, 26 of 100 on card inscribed. And Jaden Daniels, 2 of 10. Gary Sheffield, 435. Wade Boggs, 6 of 35. And Brutus Beefcake, Tito Santana, Tatanka, and Coco Beware, 4 of 4 quad auto. Box number 5. Terrence McKinney, 11 of 30. Miss Livy Dunn, 23 of 30. Tyreek Hill, 55 out of 100. I'm trying to read what he squiggled down there, and I can't understand it, so. Another one of those inscriptions. Wide receivers, am I right? Dwight Gooden, 2 of 8. Edgerrin James, 1 of 1. And Floyd Money Mayweather, on card inscribed, 50 and 0. 93 out of 100. Ozzie Smith, 1 of 2. Aaron Blanchfield, 4-9. Katie Ledecky, 2 of 15. One of 1, Mark Brunell. Brett Favre, 28-35. And Ozzie Smith, Tom Herr, and Jim Cat, 1 of 2. triple auto. That'll be going to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned if you have any of those three guys. Box number 9. Sean Kemp, 10/30. Maya Hamm, 2/3. And Alex Morgan, 1/1. Nice. Joe Dumars, 8/15. Pete Weber, 1/5. And quad auto, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, Doug Flutie, and Jaden Dan. Oh, octo auto, I lied to you guys. Archer Griffin, Vinny Testaverde, Mike Rozier, Eddie George, 1/1. Octet. Boom. Random.org has its work cut out for it. Box number 11. Archie Manning, 1/1. Hulk Hogan, 23/25. And Gary Payton, on card inscribed, 100/100. Luka Modric, 1/1. It's a cool one. Mike Piazza, 5/6. And Anthony Munoz, 74/100. On card inscribed. Box number 13. Brett Boone, 8/25. Trinity Rodman, 7/9. And Chad Ochocinco, on card inscribed, 75/100. Box number 14. Robert Ory, 4/4. Reggie Jackson, 1/1. And Dave Winfield, on card inscribed, 54/100. And final box of the break, box number 15. Good luck, everybody. Thurman Thomas, 5/9. DJ Lagway, 1/6. And Barry Sanders to close us out, 1/2. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Go ahead and get a hit recap going, then we'll take care of our randoms, because we have some stressful ones, I guess, to say the least. All right, for the hits, Alyssa Peely, Carlos Alcaraz, Antonio Brown, Gary Sheffield, Edrin James, Dwight Gooden, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Aaron Blanchfield, Brett Favre, Alex Morgan, Archie Manning, Hulk Hogan, Gary Payton, Anthony Munoz, Brett Boone, Chad Ochocinco, Dave Winfield, DJ Lagway, and Barry Sanders. Joe Montana, Lynn Dickey, Hines Ward, Johnny Manziel, Jaden Daniels, Miss Olivia Dunn, Ozzie Smith, Katie Ledecky, Mark Brunell, Maya Hamm, Joe Dumars, Pete Weaver, Luka Modric, and Mike Piazza. Roger Clemens, Wade Boggs, Terrence McKinney, Tyreek Hill, Sean Kemp, Trinity Robin, Robert Ory, Reggie Jackson, and Thurman Thomas. And headed to random.org. Triple Auto, Ozzie Smith, Tom Kerr, and Jim Catt. Tito Santana, Tatanka, Coco Beware, and Brutus Beefcake. And Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, Doug Flutie, Jaden Daniels, Archie Griffin, Vinny Testaverde, Mike Rozier, and Eddie George. Alright, that is it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break as always. Look forward to having you back in here. Gotta head to random.org real quick and knock these guys out. We'll be back in just a few seconds. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Gotta roll some dice. Gotta be high to be valid for us. Gotta go 5 times on each random, starting off with Ozzie Smith, Tom Herr, and Jim Catt. That is 4 times. Final rope. Ozzie Smith coming out on top. Congratulations. Next up is Brutus Beefcake, Tito Santana. Change that. Santana, Tatanka, and Coco Beware. Final rope. Tito Santana coming out on top. And finally, Octo Auto, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, Doug Flutie, Jana Daniels, Archie Griffin, Benny Testaverde, Mike Rozier, and Eddie George. That is 4 times. Final rope. Eddie George coming out on top. Congratulations. All right, that is it for us for today. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday leading to the weekend. Look forward to having you all back in here sometime soon. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. Till next time, everybody.